Hi John.
Matt.
Nice to meet you. Come and grab a seat.
Nice to meet you. Like we never met each other before.
Yeah, I know. It seems like years ago when I first met you. Yeah. How long ago was that?
Probably 2 years. Because October is when I got my clubs, my Mizuno clubs.
Yeah.
So if we say the summer, so it'd be 2 years that you let me borrow a putter and a strange 7-arm with a funny grip on it. You put your grip in.
Yeah. And the rest is history.
The rest is ancient history now. Yeah.
As they say.
Hi everyone, welcome to Big Oggie Golf. If you've been watching the channel probably since the start, you will know Matt TUCKNOTT. Matt's going to tell you a little bit about himself in a second if you haven't watched the channel. This is a plan that we've been kind of working on for a while, although we've never really got to fruition yet because Matt's a really busy guy. Again, if you've been watching the course vlogs, you'll know that my game is not as good as it should be. There are various reasons for that, and we'll discuss that with Matt in a minute. But I want it to improve. If you've watched the recent vlogs with Smithy, you'll know that Smithy is really improving a lot. He's getting a lot more competitive, and I kind of want to be like that. I don't want Big Oggie Golf to end up being the fat, lovable guy who laughs a lot and doesn't really care if he loses. So I want to improve my game, and I want to just give myself a little bit more of an edge mentally as well.
Yeah,
about the game.
Definitely do that. Yeah.
In the fullness of time, we're going to call this the OGGIE Overhaul. Thank you, Matt, for that title.
It's quite alright.
So, as I said, over the fullness of time, certainly over the winter, and then as I progress, we're going to do various lessons with Matt. Matt's going to either rip me apart or just change what I've got to improve. I'm not sure what he's going to do yet. It's quite scary.
I think we're going to go for the ripping apart.
Ripping apart would be quite good.
Yeah, that sounds more fun.
Yeah, more fun. And then as part of that, I'm also going to try and improve the fitness and do some other things as well that we'll also be filming that Matt won't necessarily be part of, but he can if he just wants to laugh at me trying to do yoga.
Indeed.
Someone said, "Oh, a golfing yoga one with you, and it'd be hilarious." So we're going to try a few other things to try and improve my physical fitness as well as my golf prowess.
I'm already getting this image in my head of you in lycra doing yoga.
I know, it's really scary, isn't it?
It is. It's almost more scary than John on the first two-wheel driver. No, I'm joking.
Well, I say I live in St Ives, and I like to do. I love swimming, so I like to go and do sea swimming. Yeah. But you've got to get a wetsuit, and at the moment they're going to keep push me back in the sea if I get a wetsuit. So it's a bit of an ongoing thing. Okay, pour the tea, Matt, and then we'll have a chat.
I was going to say, every good lesson starts with a cup of tea, and this will be the first lesson. Milking first.
Milking first, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm glad we haven't got scones, because there'd be a big row going on at the moment.
We could go for that big row about
jam first.
Jam first. But I think everyone in Cornwall agrees it's jam first.
It's got to be jam, yeah.
But it would help if that was tea.
That's water, that one. Yeah. It's not a prop, this is real tea, honestly.
Let me go for it.
We're at OGGIE Golf Club, which is near Truro in Cornwall, and Matt's predominantly based here, but he does go into different places as well. But when he's done the tea, he'll tell you a little bit about himself. I'm just going to go and check the camera while he has a little chat with you.
Perfect. Thanks, John. Obviously, I've known John since he started golf, and whether I was the lucky one or the unlucky one that met him on his first visit to a golf club, I've had the pleasure of knowing John for the last 2 years and seeing his golf improve. Sometimes, not all the time. And then other times he's struggled with certain things, and certainly all this YouTubing stuff he's doing these days is trying to be an internet sensation. His time spent more so doing that than maybe improving, and that's hopefully what we're going to change over the winter. I'm pretty much a full-time coach, and then I do a few managing roles at different golf clubs as well. But as I said, my biggest focus here is on improving golfers, and John is going to be the case study this winter.
Case study guinea pig, yeah.
Indeed, call us what you like.
I've been called a lot on the channel, honestly, good and bad.
But really looking forward to working with John. So we're just going to go through what I would do with a lot of my normal students on first meeting them, sit down, have a chat over a cup of tea, and really get to grips with what drives the person, what their goals are, what their targets are, and more importantly how willing they are to put the time and effort in. So we've got this very theoretical stage at this point, and then we'll do some practical stuff in a little while out on the range, if that's okay. And we're going to use the range today rather than the golf course, simply because it is raining.
No, that is not good. The last bit of the hurricane's coming from over the channel.
Exactly. I think it's Hurricane Helena or someone like that. Nasty person.
Nasty person, yeah.
Stopped us getting out on the golf course. But like I said, so regardless of whether we do this assessment out on the golf course or on the range, I just want some factual things to start with, if I'll make a note of. I'll then send you those, and then we'll do the practical. So if that's all right, we'll have a little slurp of tea, and then we'll go through a few of these goals.
Lovely, thank you.
Yeah. Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers. Welcome back, Matt.
Yes. Welcome.
Yeah, Matt was my original long-suffering and ever-patient coach, and he just went off and did other things, and I just went off and did other things. And you know, I do lots of pro tips on the channel. I do meet lots of different pros from all walks of life, and obviously people on the channel give me lots of advice as well. And sometimes you just end up listening to so many bits and pieces. It's just not right. And I've always got on with Matt. Matt's understood my game. We get on like a house on fire when we're filming. Honestly, it takes forever when we're doing filming.
Yeah.
So
and that's the only problem we will have.
That's the only problem we're going to have. How to fit it in.
Exactly. But as we've said in previous videos, golf is meant to be fun, John. And I think that's what a lot of people seem to forget. Right. First question, my friend.
Okay.
What is, apart from beating Smithy, that nasty guy Smithy, no, he's a lovely bloke, but all jokes aside, Smithy,
he's just my main competitor at the moment.
Watch out, John's after your money, okay? So apart from beating Smithy, the big goal.
Okay, well, very quickly, you know, I went into golf at the age of 50. I'm now 52, with no real aspirations apart from just enjoying the game and having some fun. The channel's grown, and that's fantastic, and I really thank everybody for supporting us on the channel. And it's given me opportunities to play at courses that, let's be honest, some of my skills level shouldn't be playing.
Yeah.
You know, we played Staunton, got completely beaten up, and realised we were just not good enough at the place, and that's fine. And I'm getting invites to places which I would prefer to be at a handicap level where I'm kind of allowed, would be the right word to go, as opposed to you can go because you're on a YouTube channel. So initially for me it was just to get fitter, to just get out in the open air and just enjoy myself more and relax. And now I got to the point where I kind of stagnated. I put my first 3 cards in at West Cornwall a long time ago now. You know, got a 34 handicap, is the new system, and they've never really improved. I played a couple of rounds, got quite badly injured one season, and then I got quite injured this season. And the other problem is, because I've been filming a lot, I don't tend to be able to get into the comps and things very often. So if you've known West Cornwall's a sort of place where you need accuracy. It's not necessarily about distance, but it's accuracy. Every time you go out left and right, you might as well give up the hole. So for me, it's about trying to improve my accuracy, trying to get myself more consistent, and I'd like to be realistically around about a 19, 20 handicap. I don't think with family life and with filming and everything else, and we've got a really busy life normally, that I'd be able to do any more than that. But I would like to be able to play consistently and practice 2 or 3 times a week at different ranges and things.
Yeah, no, sounds good. The normal goal generally I set for anyone, regardless of how much golf they've played in the past, is all the guys and girls that got handicaps, I normally say we should be able to half that handicap in a year. So going on the 34, there's no reason why. I know you said 19, but let's aim for 17. Straight
absolutely.
half.
I just want a realistic goal. I want to go crazy. Oh, you know, I can get the single figures, because that's I can't practice enough to do that. And people think I play a lot of golf, but actually, and if you talk to a lot of YouTubers, in the same way that you don't play a lot of golf yourself because you're teaching all the time, we don't actually play a lot of golf because filming takes an awful long time. So we might play 6 or 7 holes every time we go and play. We don't play a full course very often. So even though it looks like I'm playing lots of different courses and I'm out filming all the time, we don't actually play as much as we want to.
There's no worries, and again, we'll even have that as one of your goals, that can we set aside 10 hours, 5 hours a week to actually solely practice rather than keep making videos.
I think that's it. It's also a question of sometimes just going on a course without a camera and just relaxing and enjoying the game. But also, if people watch some of the films, you'll know that we do have to rush quite a bit sometimes with people behind us and filming, so I don't go through the whole process I should do when I'm doing putting, etc. And then maybe I take that back onto the normal course when I should be doing all those things and I forget to do them. So it's getting those routines that will help me get my handicap down.
And I think that's a very good point to make, and maybe the first pro tip of the day from this session, and that is whatever we practice we have to apply out in the golf course, and there's no point practicing in one environment if it's completely unrealistic to the next environment where the issue is. And at the same time, if the issues are out on the golf course, it makes sense to spend a lot of the time out on the golf course trying to improve rather than taking it onto a range where the problem isn't.
I mean, it's a quick warm up today just while you were having a lesson with someone. And in my eyes, I hit the ball pretty well today. I'm thinking, blimey, I can just walk off the range now and go and play. But I know that when I got on the course, undulating ground, etc., things are changing. And then obviously you've got a speed issue. Sometimes when I play some people, I feel a bit under pressure. That they're saying, no, we've got to keep moving, and I'm still trying to learn the game. So it's like I said, it's things that you learn in practice, they kind of go out the window. And then halfway around the round, you're thinking, oh, hang on, maybe I should be doing this. And when you do it, it works.
Yeah, definitely. And already, just as we're sort of chatting over this cup of tea, I'm already picking out certain things that I'm thinking already, oh, hang on, we definitely need to look at that in that environment. And one of them being, how long does it take you to hit a ball on the range, and how long does it take you to hit a ball at the golf course? I.e., on that range, when you were warming up when I was out teaching, you hit your 30 balls, 50 balls in 10 minutes. Well, when was the last time you hit 50 balls at the golf course in 10 minutes? So again, even things like that, but certainly already it's opening up this picture of where maybe some of the opportunities to improve are. Again, another thing I ask everyone I work with is, if we were sat here in the same place in a year's time and we're looking back on the last year,
and hopefully that's what we'll do.
We'll do, what would a successful year look like to you? Now, we've said, okay, let's try and halve this handicap, get down to 17. Listening to you, it will be things like, can I practice or play at the same levels? Do I feel comfortable out there? If I got an invite from, let's say, Wentworth to go and play there, you're not going to feel embarrassed.
No, if they're saying, you know, you need to be a 22 handicap or something to play there, I'd like to be at that level where I can realistically go and play it legitimately, let's say. And that's no disrespect to the channel, because I'm loving playing some fantastic courses, and I do hit, if you've seen some of the films, some pretty good shots sometimes. It's just consistency.
Definitely. Yes, absolutely right. And we'll benchmark all your levels with a series of different tests and skill tests, because everything we need to do has to be quantifiable. Yes, in a year's time you can look back and say, what does a successful year look like? And I'm going to get you to answer that in one moment. But we'll also have if we do these drills today, the scores we get, and then we can compare those in a year's time and see, oh, hang on, well, actual fact, if the improvement isn't in certain areas, it will probably show up in these skills tests. So we will do a series of skills tests, which we'll put on the channel as well. And obviously we need to keep those down to fairly small time frames, because people don't have hours and hours to spend watching your videos.
Let's be honest, they don't want to see every single practice shot.
No, exactly.
They just want to have an understanding of how this works.
We'll break them all down. So we'll certainly have some short game skills tests, we'll have some long game skills tests, we'll have some concentration aspects, and at some point we'll probably start working with some other experts in the area, i.e. fitness, and we'll try and get your fitness levels monitored, because I dare say today your fitness levels are here. A year's time I want them here,
of course,
wherever that be.
And I do find that certainly West Cornwall is quite an undulating course, and one of the issues I have had before is that even when I'm doing really well in a round, by the time I'm getting to the 14th, 15th, suddenly my game goes to pieces, and it's just a fitness issue. It's just everything goes to pot. My concentration goes, the shots go, and I can't recover
definitely.
from that.
Yeah.
And even if people have watched on the films recently, normally the front nine when I play Smithy, I'm doing quite well.
Yes.
The back nine I always tend to go to pieces.
Yeah.
And I think even with a buggy, sometimes that's fitness issues.
Yeah. Again, it could be that fitness which I've written down. It could be mental tiredness as well.
Yeah, I think I actually mentioned something with Smith and we talked about it the other day. The problem I have with high handicappers, and then like me and everybody else, is when something is going right in the game, we're flowing.
Yeah.
And as soon as something goes wrong, and it goes wrong on the next hole, like driving, suddenly you're thinking too much. You're trying to correct things, and you're not actually at a skill level where you can just think I need to adjust something quickly and change it. So it actually starts going to pieces all the way through the round.
Yeah.
It seems like you have a block of good holes and then a serious block of bad holes.
Yeah.
And you can't fix it.
Yeah, and again, as you're talking, I'm making these notes. It is that we can monitor even today or next time you play how many bad shots in a row you play.
Yeah.
I think realistically, again, comes back to this: is it realistic? These targets we're setting for you. A realistic one will be you're not likely to have a perfect round of golf with no mishits, but if we can eradicate, as you said, this pattern where we go good shot, good shot, good shot, bad 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 shot, and you either finish a round or somehow you throw a good shot in that redoes the cycle.
Yeah.
But the difference on my golf, hopefully, is it's good shot, good shot, good shot, bad shot. Hopefully, good shot, good shot, good shot, good shot.
And if you see the professionals on TV,
Yeah.
if they'll hit a bad shot,
Yeah.
but suddenly their mind clicks out of it and goes, the next shot is what we do again.
Yeah, so we'll definitely look at some mental processes as well as physical processes, and that's where, again, the best thing with working with anyone long term is it's the opposite of that quick fix. It's not going to be okay, I'm slicing it, let's get our hands stronger on the club. We can actually look at long term processes that are going to help you all the way through your game, physically, mentally, and you as a person.
And I think that's it. Like I said, I get lots of little bits and pieces and bits of tips from people all the time. And I've even bumped into you and we've done a quick fix on something, and then I work on that for a little while. But it's not like a complete plan.
No.
Where, I know I can fix that bit and it works for a while, and then I have to fix something else. I just need to, like you said, start from scratch, accept the fact that I trust the person that's training me.
Yeah.
And then you know me enough now to understand my body limitations, etc.
Yes.
And we'll just work on it. And it's a long-term plan. I'm not expecting fantastic miracles at the start.
Yeah. And again, the notes I'm making here is it's got to be relevant to you. It's got to be personal to you as well. And achievable.
Yeah.
There's no point saying, right, John, we'll have you single figures this time next year. I've said we'll try and half your handicap. Whether that's realistic or not, we won't know until we start.
I think even the handicap rating is a little bit false to some people.
Yeah.
Because if I played in more comps, I dare say my handicap would be a bit better.
Yes.
And it's also that issue of can I actually find time to compete in enough comps to get down to half.
Yeah, definitely.
Because even if I played well in every round, it's not going to suddenly go from 34 to 20 really quickly. It's going to go in bits, in little stages. So you've got to play consistently in some form of competition.
Yeah, definitely. So I've written down we're going to half the handicap.
Yeah.
But realistically, let's just take Smithy's money next time we play.
Yeah, well, it'd be nice. It'd be nice if I start taking some money off a few people, a few firers here and there.
Get a pound.
By next season. We'll start with 20p's and work up.
20p, indeed.
Otherwise, I'll be losing a lot of money.
Brilliant. We'll continue this out on the range, me making notes today.
Okay.
But I think, ultimately, because I know you, we don't have to spend hours, and I'd never spend hours with someone over a cup of tea. But I know you well enough to know where our goals are.
Sure.
But this was really just to give your audience a brief clip of what I would do with any other golfer that came and said, look, over the winter, over the summer, over next year, I want to improve, and this is where it all starts.
Okay.
And they're going to feel they're happy that they're coming into a clubhouse, because I think a lot of golf clubs, shall we say, the golfers tend to park in the car park, take the golf clubs onto the first tee, and again, that cycle in its own right, it's very unlikely to have to see improvement. I'm not saying coming into the clubhouse will, but certainly spending time looking at your game will.
Yeah.
So it's so important to not have a golf club in your hand to start with, but we're going to come on to part 2 out in the golf course in a second. Yeah. Okay. So keep tuned.
Yeah, keep tuned. 'Cause, I think basically we've been quite a long talk here, so this will be the end of part 1. So this is the introduction to the OGGIE Overhaul. Fantastic name. I love that name, Matt. Also, just before we go, we're having a new logo done. Scott Redman in Bristol is doing a complete revamp of my logo. So we're going again from that cuddly image to a little bit more of an edgy one, just because I want to be a bit more competitive. So again, in the fullness of time over the winter, there'll be a whole rebranding of the channel. Hopefully my game will improve. You'll see Matt a lot more on the channel, and we'll have a lot of fun.
Perfect, ideal.
Lovely. Thanks very much,
Cup of tea finished and get you out.
Let's get the tea finished.
Cheers.
Oh, before we go, I've got one thing. If you have any comments, if you have any questions for Matt, you want any advice on golf and some golf tips, and you're being inspired by watching what we're going to be doing over the next few months and beyond, make comments below on the channel, or there'll be details in the description every time on each video to contact Matt in all the different places, website, Twitter, everywhere. Not on Instagram yet, I don't think. But, but we'll give all your contact details, and if you're in the area and you want lessons with Matt, fantastic coach, very patient, really good. Honestly.
There you go, and I didn't even have to pay him to say that either.
Well, you made me a cup of tea.
Yeah, exactly. Well, payment in kind there, isn't it? But no, all jokes aside, if anyone does need any advice, get in touch with John, and you can forward on any queries anyone's got. And if anyone wants to do similar over the winter or any time period, yeah, please do get in touch. Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Lovely. Thank you very much for watching.
Yeah.
We really are going now.
Cheers. Look, I could done his new logo.
Shush, it's a secret.